Hi, I'm LaShawn and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here and you want to be inspired on a daily basis, then this is the perfect place for you. Start now by subscribing and clicking the bell. Hello, it's me, LaShawn, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you decided to join me here once again. It's beautiful here in Florida, but it always is. It's 69 degrees so far, and it's going to be another beautiful day. So today, the topic of discussion is low-income housing. And the reason why I'm talking about it today is I've been going through a journey. I explained how I wound up in low income, and I also did a tour of my apartment and showed people how I live. I'm in a one-bedroom efficiency, so that was how we discussed low income in my past videos. Well, this video is a little different. It's about the waiting list and how you apply and those type of things. Well, you have to go to, I'm just speaking strictly for Florida, but in Jacksonville, I had to go down to the Housing Authority and fill out a comprehensive, thick application. They do credit check, they do background check, they do the police thing, they do, everybody that's on the lease have to have a police report, bank statements, if you own property, that type of stuff. So I did all that years ago, and I moved into my first low income apartment. Well, I did that and I was able to pay my rent, and it was still a tight little thing because I'm on fixed income, but it surely has saved me the heartache of struggling to a point where I'm homeless. So the blessing is I'm not homeless. So I try to tell people you always look for the good in everything. So when I moved over here, this is a really quiet community. It's so, you could hear the birds in the morning. It's absolutely peaceful and everything, and they're not. And I've been going through a back and forth with the ramp because I have a scooter, and so I need my ramp for my scooter to go in and out of the apartment and that type of thing. So the VA gave me like a temporary type of, it goes like that, and it goes from the back door to the ground, and it can get it down, but it's still no ramp outside. So you have to go through the rocks and the grass and everything on the scooter to get to the handicap and to the thing. It's so complicated, but I never really shared that. I just said I did one video where I said I was going to do a request for the ramp. Well, it's been over a year, and that whole process didn't produce the ramp. So I've been struggling to try to get it to be able to be useful. Now the scooter is my go-to the most because of my walking and those type of things. And so I'm at a point now where one of my sons would have to come and help me get the scooter, put it in neutral to get it out of the house. Now, a lot of people say, well, keep it outside. Well, you can do that, but your scooter not gonna last that long. You gotta remember about the elements, the rust. Remember, it's a battery, people steal, and that type of thing. So it cannot fit in the outside it's a little storage, no bigger than this pantry. And so the scooter can't fit in there. So it was a whole dilemma trying to figure out how to be able to utilize my scooter so that it helps me so I won't fall. And it got really complicated. So one of the nurses at the VA was very kind, very considerate, and helped me do my paperwork. And so I got all my paperwork together, my medical situation, and I presented the paperwork to low income, which is Jacksonville Housing Authority. Now, to explain it, this apartment is accessible to me. It's on the first floor, it's flat, and that type of thing. So in that sense, it's perfect. But the stage that I'm in now, I have to have a wheelchair accessible apartment so that my walker can get through the apartment, so that my scooter can get through the apartment, and that is the dilemma right now. And also the ramp to come in and out of the unit. So they're not going to build any additional ramps. So that's why I had to submit the paperwork. So I did. And I waited and waited, and finally I got a letter. Let me cover up my address. I finally got a letter from the Jacksonville Housing Authority. And I wanted to share it. It's good news. So I wanted to share it with you. And it says, LaShawn Campbell, blah, blah, blah. Transfer request status. Dear LaShawn Campbell, please be informed that the Jacksonville Housing has received your written request for transfer of apartment due to medical 504. Now, let me explain. Medical is my abilities, my disabilities, wheelchair, walker, cane, whatever your disability is and what your medical needs are. That's the medical part. The 504 is that they won't discriminate because of your disability. So it's saying that after reviewing your transfer request, the Jacksonville Housing Authority has determined that your transfer request is approved. It's been placed on the transfer waiting list. Once your name reaches the top of the list, you will be contacted by the applications department with a unit offer. Should you have any additional questions or concerns, please contact the property manager. Okay, so the transfer waiting list. Now they have different waiting lists. To get into low income first, I was on the waiting list. They told me it'd be about 18 months to 2 years or whatever, but it was only like 9 months, because you got to remember, when people are on a waiting list, sometimes other things happen. Sometimes they get blessed. Sometimes their situation changes and they're no longer interested, so they don't follow through. Some people just don't do the paperwork on time, and so they get put back. So as long as you got all your paperwork in order, which I do, you're on the waiting list. Let's say I'm number 100. And so number 99, 98, 97, 96, all those are above you. So number 1 would be the first person to get able to move. If all their paperwork is together, they did everything, and their circumstances are the same. Remember, sometimes your circumstances change. And so, as a matter of fact, when I was on the waiting list when I first moved into low income, when your children are full-time college students, they are on your lease, and it doesn't affect the amount that you pay for rent. If they're full-time out of state, they could be carried on the lease, and their income, even if they work, will not be deterred from your the amount of money that you pay for the rent. And at the time, it was Lyrica, that was my daughter. And so the lease changed, and then it was just me and my son. So it went from 3-bedroom to 2-bedroom, you know, that type of thing. So this is a different situation. This situation, when I moved here in this apartment, the one that I love so much, 660 square feet, I knew that all these units were 1 bedroom, but I only need 1 bedroom because it's just me. So I was like, this is my forever little place. This will be a nice little place. It's quiet over here. I love it over here. I'm not far from Phillips and University. It's a lot of good places. And I like this area. But it's not able to fill all my needs that I'm having at this present time with my limited mobility. So I have to wait on the list. And then they'll call me, and then I'll have to decide, you know, that particular unit, and then I'll move. Hopefully it'll be on this side of town, but I've come to the conclusion after talking to the manager. She explained to me, when your name comes up and they call you, you don't know where the place will be. It could be north, south, east, west, that type of thing. So you got to roll with it. But my ultimate goal is to have a place that's wheelchair accessible, the bathroom, the toilet, the ramps, everything, the wide edges, so I can get around in my walker. Those things are important and are necessary. And the disclosure here is that you have to do what works for you. But I wanted to update you on the Jacksonville, Florida waiting list for low income. So it's a list. You have to get on it. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be, but I've been on the list now for, that letter is a week old. So for 2 weeks now, I have been on the list. And so we'll see how long it takes. I really don't care how long it takes, long as I get it. But I wanted to share that with you. Prayer is necessary because you want to say the right prayer. And I'm just want to be in a place that fills all my needs so that I won't hurt myself and I won't fall again. And that is safe. That's it. That's all my prayer is that the place is safe and that it will fit all the needs that I have on my list so that I won't fall and hurt myself. So the two morals to the story. One, look for the goodness in all things and be grateful. I'm grateful for this apartment. I never was ungrateful for it. I'm still grateful for it and wish that the amendments could have been done to this apartment so I could stay here. But financially, they're not going to change this apartment in such a way to suit me. It's just not, I guess, in their budget. And I understand that. So I have to move to a unit that's already wheelchair accessible and has all the things that I need. And I wanted to share that with you. That's great news. That's good news. And also the moral of the story is never, ever be ashamed of where you live. I know I'm not. I am happy and joyful, and I love this little place, and I'm going to love the next place because it's better than nothing. And it's also better than living on the street. So you have to have an attitude of gratitude in all situations. So again, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm in this apartment, which is 660 square feet. It's a 1-bedroom efficiency. In all the units I had 1 bedroom. So I knew when I moved out here, it was just 1 bedroom, and the space and and everything. I knew that when I moved here, but when I moved here, I had no cane, no walker, no scooter. I didn't have none of that. So my life was different then. So the other moral of the story is you have to be able to move on, move forward, and take in that your life is different now. This is your new life, your new body. And so you have to get through your head and understand that, okay, I'm not here. I'm here now. And so I have to adjust, and this is my new life. So my name is LaShawn. I'm here on YouTube trying to show you that you can be self-sufficient. You can be energetic. You can be athletic. You can get up and do something every single day in pain, and you still can persevere, okay? So if you are in a state and you need help, then you need to ask for help. That was the hardest thing I ever did, was ask for help. But low income is help. It is making it so I can pay my rent myself. I can pay my rent, my electric, and all my bills and be comfortable enough where I can eat every day. Some people don't have that. Some people are homeless. So start with gratitude and thankfulness and find out what you need and apply for it, or do whatever you got to do, and never feel ashamed of where you live and what you're doing, because you're not putting anybody in danger. You're doing what you have to do to make it, okay? So that's it. That's all I got. I'm starting to be a little preachy, but I wanted to share that with you because that's my good news for the day, okay? So at this time, we're going to breathe in and breathe out and get our day started. You ready? Come on. Ooh, okay, we are so thankful. We thank you, Father God, for another day. And we are so grateful that we woke up this morning. So wherever you at today, be happy, be joyful, and put a smile on your face. And treat people with respect. It's the only way to live. Okay? So have a good day. Have a blessed day. And remember, God loves you, and so do I. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Thank you guys for watching today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Take a minute to leave a comment. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.